Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Evil Genius 2 here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host, Max. So unfortunately, on the last episode, our base with Zalika on Montana's Gamelas, well, it didn't end well for me. But I have picked up a couple of things and tricks and information which I think might be helpful in my second attempt. However, in order to keep things interesting, we're gonna try to choose a different island. We're gonna try to choose a different super baddie. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome everyone. And if you haven't seen the previous 15 or so episodes, go check them out. I kind of do need the views because YouTube has this weird thing about me requiring to have 4,000 hours of viewed content, etc, etc. So anyhow, on this one, we're going to be creating a brand new scenario, and I am thinking that I'm going to go with Maximilian or Emma. And Max has the advantage that he's able to help instantly complete any minion training, and also he has some job priority and larger workforce, so he will have overwhelming numbers. This was an issue which I was running into with Zalika because I constantly kept in the later game being visited by the enemy super agents, and what that happened or that effect had was that I never had sufficient quantity of my guards available because they all got killed by interacting with enemy agents. So we're gonna try to go with Max, and I was actually thinking that we're not gonna go for the Gamelas Island this time. It's a shame because this island is beautiful, and you have these two sections and you need to actually dig down. Well, in comparison to, like, let's say this island, which is called the Crown Gold, I think you actually need to dig upwards. So it changes the scenario for you. You don't have that much space initially in order to, let's say, separate your base into two parts where you would, let's say, keep... Hold on, let me show you. One section for living quarters, one section for things like your radio broadcast, power plant, and so on and such. And this third island, I'm not really crazy about it. I'm also not crazy about the fact that there is still not a chance for us to have like two goddamn helipads. It is a circular layout, so that is truly interesting, but you have the least amount of space, and just due to the fact that you require hallways to be 4 tiles wide, it will be really important for me to have sufficient space. So we're gonna try to go with this, and we're gonna see how it turns out for me. I got honestly zero idea how this is gonna work out. I'm gonna probably try to work with certain regions because I know that they are more beneficial for me, but we're gonna see how this whole thing is gonna work out. I'm gonna keep the game on medium difficulty. I'm gonna switch off the tutorial because I freaking hate the tutorial. The tutorial makes really little sense because if you play the game first time and you try to turn on tutorial, like the first rooms it tells you to build is the vault, which is the dumbest advice the game can give you because you will be working with 40 grand at the start. And trust me, once you start excavating space, making hallways, making rooms, things like this, you're gonna soon realize that you're never gonna be able in early stages of the game to fill in your vault. So having room for additional money, completely pointless. Okay, I'm not really sure what's this. Minion salaries, the quantity of your minions and their stats, the cost of... Yeah, we're just gonna go with this medium thingy. This is turned off, so let's see if we're gonna have even a slight chance to succeed. Ah, man, I'm really unhappy that I lost Zalika. But maybe we're gonna have more success here with Max.
So, boss, what do you think of your new lair? It's good, right?
There's something wrong about it. It's ugly. It's too yellow.
Oh, I like it. It's bright, it's cheerful. It's the colour of our swell uniforms.
That's it. That's what's wrong with this place. I have to look at you. Build me an inner sanctum. Use lots of gold.
Yeah, that just simply ain't gonna happen, Max. Okay, so we're starting off again with a stupidly low quantity of minions. 40 grand, absolutely zero research is conducted. I have been actually so good at the previous run that we were researching already the 4th tier, and for example, things from the lair, I had almost everything researched. I was so looking forward to getting this and be able to excavate
on power.
every piece of hard rock available for us, but we're gonna see. The potential for the casino is expanded here because I see that there will be some additional space where we can try to focus the attention of our guests so that we can create sort of a wall over through here and make them run through this section so that they will be distracted by the first minion subcategory I will be going for are definitely guards, because at the start of the game, to acquire intel or to do just about anything and to protect yourself once you start working on the global stage, you are gonna require guards, trust me. So that's that. Okay, so the plan for the base for now, I have been thinking about what might be important for us, and I already see that this island will be really difficult to defend when it comes to our super evil device, because I can see already that we might have to be forced to build the entrance to that super doomsday weapon in here. And in comparison to the previous level, we can surely dig our way into the basement eventually. The thing to keep in mind is, however, we are gonna be trying to excavate upwards. So in the previous game, I have been actually trying to do the exact opposite way. I was going down. So this will be a different change of pace, and I cannot wait to see how many times am I gonna have to screw up? Am I gonna have to rearrange everything? Am I gonna have to do all sorts of cool things? So, since we have our base ready here, I want to start excavating the hallway, and I'm gonna have to monitor how far do I want to go with this, because right now if I would to select this, we know that this is gonna cost us almost 2 grand, so that's perfectly fine. I want to keep it going like this, and I want to give ourselves a lovely entrance to a room which will be our power plant, because yeah, we're gonna require a power plant. How much is this? This is 9,670. So this will be our initial power plant. This will have to simply do. We don't have yet access to that many of the generators, and once we do the research, I'm gonna of course have to run a different project or try to replace them with the more powerful generators. And if I will be smart enough and not get completely ruined by doing something idiotic, I just might be able to pull off some other important stuff as well. Okay, so we're gonna confirm this, and that is so far all nice and swell. So our minions are gonna go inside. They're gonna start excavating. The next few things which we're gonna require, because, well, obvious reasons, we will need to have our control room so that we have the broadcast potential. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I was thinking we would put it like right over here, because unfortunately the initial broadcasting or radio repeaters are quite massive, and we're gonna require at least like 2 of them. So this is gonna be additional money, and this is gonna be additional energy. So hopefully these two puppies are gonna be able to sustain our base. I'm gonna eventually have to put in an incinerator too, but based on my experience, the primary things which I should try to focus on right now is power plant, the broadcast station, and we should also try to then put down a prison, so that we can try to have someone held inside of a holding cell and then try to interrogate them. Because we're gonna require different, minion subclasses. Okay, so this is fine. We're gonna start burning through the cash. So we're gonna start selling some of this stuff. And the funniest thing is that each of the islands have the casino with the abandoned crates and deprecated equipment in a different value. So for example, this island has the least amount of cash which you're gonna get out of the casino. The Gamillas Island has like a medium-sized pile of cash which you will be able to obtain. And then there is that third island which gives you the least amount of space to build in. And that island has the most amount of money you're gonna get out of the casino based on my personal experience so far. So lots of fun stuff. I'm gonna actually revert this, and I'm gonna wait while more of our money has been actually depleted out of our bank account. And the initial space here is gonna be left for living quarters, the entertainment areas, the brain stimulation areas. So this whole chunk will be dedicated to that, because also when agents are gonna initially get in here, and we can theoretically, no, we still don't have access to this. Okay, so I'm getting a bit more ahead of myself, but then again, I'm kind of happy that maybe this time I will not F this up immediately at the start of the run. So who knows, maybe we're gonna have a bit more of a luck this time. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. And if you want to know when the next episode will be published, that is, if I will not screw this up enough so that I get destroyed on my first episode, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you know when the next episode is published, and I will definitely appreciate your support. Okay, so once again, unfortunately, we're gonna be in complete blackout because I cannot prioritize what is gonna be
objective available.
processed. So we're gonna cancel these two because we would be in the dark. The doors are also consuming energy, so we need to monitor that too. See, now we are down to 3, and if I would have the 2 radio repeaters installed before we would do anything else, you would not like that. So you definitely should try and avoid having a blackout in your base. Okay, do we have anything done here? So the first thing which I want to do here
Power restored.
is get the side story for a mass muscle.
What we need is a little more muscle around here. You there, how much can you lift?
About 70 kilos on a good day, 80 if I use both hands.
Uh-huh. And how many bullet wounds can you take before you give up?
1, maybe 2.
My point exactly. Get out there and find someone strong. Learn their secrets.
So one of the biggest tips which I can give you from my personal experience is to always start the side story for a minion subclass before you move on to the world stage. This is important because once you start the side story, you're gonna actually see a bunch of locations, and this is gonna help you then easily determine which location is the right one for you. Now, I do love the Central Anvil provinces. Like 8 out of 10 times, you're gonna see that one of the minions or one of the special quests which you will be running for your Doomsday device or any of the side stories is gonna actually happen in the Central Anvil province. So this is a great region to put down your roots and start running some schemes. Okay, so we're gonna put down those 2 broadcast stations. That is gonna cost me 6 grand, so awesome. That's fine. This has been excavated. And now we need to put down the room for our prison, which is gonna be also... how should I put this? Important for acquiring the classes of new sub-minion categories. Because you need to have your prison, you need to have your holding cell, you need to have your interrogation chair. So these things are crucial for your success. I actually don't even mind if I would connect the room to one another, but I really don't want to do that because it's a bad mojo, bad idea. It attracts lots of attention. I don't know if I want to keep the prison in the back here. It's a theoretically smart idea because it's behind the power plant, so whoever would come snooping in and they would have to get in back here. But the struggle or the issue which I might run into is that if the prisoner escapes and runs back, he's gonna get into the power plant section. So that's kind of a dangerous idea to try and run here. And I would actually appreciate it if we can maybe put them into a separate location. So let's try to build towards here. And at this location over here can be used for our initial prison. It's gonna eventually get expanded upon. So let's make it 8 times 8. Or maybe even smaller. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it 8 times 8. Screw it. Let's put the entry like so. We're gonna put down one of the holding cells and one of the interrogation
Not
gizmos.
enough gold to complete this construction.
This is gonna be costing us too much money. Therefore, what you need to do in order to not run into an issue, especially because you have minions on your payroll, or eventually in your payroll, try to avoid getting into situations where you would drain all of your funds. The reason behind is, or if you actually want to run such a intricate scheme, or you want to do some blueprint or build something, take a look at the next payday if you go over your gold stats. If you see that you're gonna get super low with money and you will have the next payday in 2 minutes or so, you know that the schemes which you will be running on the world stage will not be able to bring in sufficient quantity of cash for you to have for salaries. And what can happen then is that your minions will desert, or they will just be on like a prolonged lunch break and they will refuse to keep on doing their job. So that's something to consider. But we're gonna approve this. We're gonna put down the doors too, because I'm a sucker for doors. And we are gonna approve this. And we're gonna start breaking down the casino because I definitely need to get my money in. So let's see how much money can I make from breaking down the broken slot machines and the abandoned crates. This feels like breaking into a bunch of loot crates. You don't know what you might get out of them. And how is a broken fountain worth only 1,250? Okay, so you can see right now that the overall value of the broken junk from the casino is down here. It's 24,250 gold. That's actually pretty damn sufficient, so we're gonna confirm that. And our minions are gonna start to work on 2 things. So these 2 should have been already paid for. Therefore, we don't have to worry that our expenses are gonna go into that. The issue with this casino is, however, how small it is. And once we start to get in the ships, it's gonna be a bit more difficult it's gonna be almost difficult to keep the agents from entering the base
Salaries paid.
way too early. So yeah, salaries, right now we are not paying anyone anything because it's the start of the game. I'm assuming if I would be playing this on a harder difficulty, I would have to pay the salaries already. So there's that. And we're gonna put in the brainwashing gizmo. And that thing alone is gonna cost me 15 grand. So that's half of my budget as is. Okay, so now because we have the broadcast capability, we should be able to finally scout out the central Anvil provinces. One thing which I hate about Anvil is that their super agent is Symmetry. Symmetry is a super agent or super spy who will always spawn inside your vault and start
You're running
stealing
low on power.
your stuff.
Build more
I
generators.
hate her. Seriously. Not a huge fan. We can build another power plant like so. And the cool thing is that we can, of course, reach out to 2 regions. But the first thing which I want to do, bring in the guard. And then we might consider what would be a second location where I'm gonna try to expand into. I'm thinking about Northern Hammer District, but we're gonna see. I don't think I want to be screwing up with Patriot right now. But Hammer District has its disadvantages as well. Okay, so we unfortunately cannot run this scheme because, well, tough cookie, we don't have the scientists as of yet. We do have heat of 17, hold on. If we do this, we're gonna get up to 47, maximum is 50. That is bad, so we're gonna try to reduce the heat in the region probably. Or I'm gonna see what's gonna happen first. So, okay, we do have our guard being brought in here. And we're gonna need a training room. So I definitely will require to run a scheme. And I'm thinking maybe we're gonna go with what was a good region? I really hated the very southern Anvil province, and I wasn't that happy with southern Anvil province. The southern Saber territories were actually pretty damn profitable, and I did not have to manage the heat in this region as much as I had to manage in, like, let's say these regions. That was just excruciatingly painful. So we're gonna go for the southern Saber territories. We're gonna return back.
Has been captured.
So we have captured the prisoner. We're gonna escort our guest here to be interrogated. This is gonna give us access to being able to train set category of minion.
An intruder has given us their secrets.
I'm gonna need to build an incinerator for the corpses, so that is gonna
Task
cost me
complete.
3,500. That's quite pricey. But we really need to be burning through the corpses, because if I keep them here, the morale of our minions is just gonna keep on going down. So this is gonna be important. The next thing which we should try to focus on is getting the accommodations for our minions. So our living quarters, our cantina, these things should be our next focus, and I'm thinking I'm gonna build them over here so we can make an entrance through cantina into the living quarters, and therefore this space is eventually gonna occupy a ton of room. So like this entire wing is gonna be dedicated to that specifically. I'm fine with that. And let's see if we can actually start running our first scheme. Yes, we can. So we're gonna launch this scheme because we do require money. And I would love to run a scheme here, but I cannot do that. So let's Let's first start reducing the heat because we would get locked out of the central Anvil province as is, and that is something which I would hate to see. So we're gonna see that money's gonna start coming in eventually, hopefully soon. We first need to get our minions into the chopper. And then they're gonna fly off here and they're gonna start earning our
Salaries
cash.
paid.
Okay, so salaries have been paid. We have already agent moving in.
I want that intruder grabbed. as
Let's
soon
see
as
if we
stop
can
them.
capture him. Immediately as you start working on the global scale or just world, you're gonna start to get your first visitors. I'm really hoping we're gonna be able to apprehend him, because if I will be able to capture him, I should be
I'm
able...
thinking. Why would I do that?
You cannot really do anything with that, idiot.
Time is
Awesome.
money.
Oh,
I want that.
yeah, this is
since
why I
when
want
must
to
the
have
boss take
guards
out
in here.
What to do?
Please don't tell me that you're gonna die here. Because if the enemy agents get
This intruder must be
leave?
ignored if discovered.
increases the heat, increases the chance that the enemy is gonna show up. It's just a whole lot of mess. We still don't have access to this, so we're gonna most likely have to research that, right? Yeah, we're gonna have to research this in the second tier in order to be able to distract the enemy agents so that they don't go into our base. This would be nice, but doing research at the start of the game, you can forget about it. Next thing which I would definitely love to do is get in a more broadcast power. I want to get at least one more region going for us so that we have more money coming in, which is gonna be a crucial part of our early in-game success. Let's go 12 and let's go 6 and follow that with the living quarters.
You're
Right.
running low on power.
Damn,
Build
this...
more generators.
No, this is gonna cost me just 2,600. Okay, I can live with that. And when it comes to... Okay. And maybe we're gonna have to put in some walls. So what if I were to keep this here? Would that allow me to put the initial bunk beds... Yeah. This is gonna suck. What if we were to do this like so? No. Well, I can theoretically remove this chunky boy. I would still need to excavate even one tile more in here, because there would have to be this one tile free for my minions to be able to move around freely. But this can do. This is gonna cost me 10,630, but it's gonna give our minions access to food and some sleeping accommodations. Getting right now lockers, capacity is 20. In our lair we have 15 minions currently. So we're gonna start off with this small little accommodation. And we have increased our broadcast. So I'm thinking about the Eastern Anvil or the Northern Hammer District.
New
Let's go
optional
Northern
objective available.
Hammer District right now. Chances are eventually we're gonna be able to... We're gonna stop this. We still don't have guards to run the other type of scheme, but we are now able to launch this scheme and therefore have 2 regions that are gonna give us access to money. Will require money.
What is it now?
Max, I'm gonna put
Evil
you over
minds
here
think
right
alike.
now to keep you safe. And the funniest thing is that I initially thought that, training room, you know, you're just gonna require a tiny amount of space. And was I wrong? Training rooms, shockingly enough, do consume a stupid quantity of space. If we try to do this, we can do this, and then we can put in our training
This
equipment.
will drain all your power supplies.
So we're gonna put in this thing, and we're gonna...
Not enough gold to complete this construction.
So this is gonna cost me 15,740. That is too dangerously close to... Okay, let's do this. This is gonna cost just 10 grand, but... Yeah. They seem to be happy. I cannot build in additional doors unless this generator has been constructed. Okay, how are we looking? Wonderful. Let's launch this. So we have 3 schemes running currently at the same time. This should give us access to a decent influx of cash. I would really love to have 2 of these, to be perfectly honest, but we're gonna keep it
restored.
as is. We do have the incinerator. Ah, man, do we want to do the lockers? Should be able to accommodate 2 of them over here. So let's go and green light that.
Complete.
And once we have our minions trained, so we're going to try to
build more generators.
get at least 10 of them in. Once we have our first 1 or 3, we should be able to have the side mission completed. And when you complete it, you actually receive financial reward, which is one of the crucial things. So the next class, which I'm thinking we're gonna try to focus on, because we already keep getting visitors, and we're gonna have only first guard right now. Issue is we have only 1 holding cell. So the training at the start of the game, fairly easy.
I need that intruder taken in. Why is that intruder still alive? Find and kill them.
So we're gonna try to apprehend 1 of the agents, and we're gonna try to kill 2 of them.
Yes. Wunderbar.
So Max is gonna
They
try
won't
to do
escape
some
me. Impossible. Very. You have failed.
support
The
here.
last time.
The dead bodies are gonna be brought over to the incinerator room, so that's a-okay. Now we have increased capacity.
An
We can go
agent
up
has
to
been subdued and
26.
captured.
We're gonna get some intel out of this agent that is gonna be stored over here. And the thing to
Task
keep in
complete.
mind is that I could have theoretically held
Something
on
is wrong
to...
with either the minions or the training room, boss.
Oh, this notification is gonna be awesome. I think it's broken, but I just don't wanna screw around with it. But anyhow, what was I about to do? Say whatever. Think Max. Okay, so this is fine. They are already starting to ask about other things. So like, for example, this coffee room with the EGTV. The issue is the EGTV costs 15 grand on its own. So it's not exactly the cheapest thing to buy for your minions at the start of the game. Therefore, you can hold on purchasing this at the start. And we're gonna try to do exactly that. But what I wanna do is interrogate this person. Oh yeah, I wanted to say this. If you have limited broadcast capabilities, because these initial broadcast stations are just atrocious. If you don't know, where the second subclass of minions, so your valets, your technicians, or whoever, is gonna be available to you, well, then you can theoretically consider getting or holding on to like reaching out or building another criminal network, because I have told you that the Central Anvil province is good for running these types of minion subclass schemes and such. But currently we are running a scheme in each of the 3 regions. So yeah, we have money coming in, but we're gonna have to like keep in mind that there are certain limitations. So since I know that we have money coming in, I'm gonna build in this thing. And the next class which I'm gonna go for is gonna be valet. If you are deciding which class to get first, my suggestion, go for the guards. At least you're gonna be able to get early access to some intel and apprehend any agents, because you cannot highlight the regions to distract or kick out the enemy agents, so keep that in mind. What else? Oh yeah, the next or the last subclass should be technicians, because once technicians are activated, everything will need to be maintained. So currently you don't have like the durability of each thing is gonna be 100%. Once you get the technicians in, it's gonna start to go down, and if the technicians do not maintain your generators, let's say, you're not gonna have a good time. I could have theoretically kept the goddamn incinerator over here, but this is gonna work for now.
Salaries paid.
Since we have however money coming in,
An interrogation has
I was
succeeded.
really
We have
considering
more
maybe
intel.
expanding here. So I'm gonna start the rearrangement fairly early on in the game. Or hold on, let's revert. I don't want to be selling things, I want to be moving things. So if we were to expand the barracks like so, and if I would be able to move my lockers over here, let's say, or let's move them like this, because this way we can squeeze in 2 more. I was thinking if we were to put down a wall over here, then these beds can be moved further to the back, and over here we can put in that entertainment room with the EGTV device. And you can see that this thing is massive, but the biggest issue is the asking price. So this thing alone is 15 grand. The funniest thing is that even if you go into archives, the re-educational chairs cost you the same amount, but a re-educational chair can only hold 1 minion at a time. EGTV, I think I have seen like 5 or so minions at the same time using it, so it's much better for you in the early game, I would say. Okay, we can put in more of these beds because we're gonna be able to accommodate a bit more or a couple of more minions, so this will work just okay. We can delete this, and we're not gonna be able to maintain this over here, because if I would try to put a bunk bed in here, it would basically close off this space and we need to have access to it at all times. However, what we can do is actually reduce this wall in here, expand it like so, and by doing so we're gonna be then able to squeeze in additional bunks. So this is gonna work a bit better. This is gonna cost me $21,590 and or gold if you prefer. and 2 points of energy. So I'm gonna approve this. We're gonna greenlight that project, and don't worry,
Not enough
we're gonna
rockets to
see.
support your current minion count.
Not enough what? Oh, lockers. Okay, so we need those lockers. Okay, so keep bringing the lockers in. We are getting our guards trained. We do see even more agents popping in. So none of this is raising suspicion. It's things like holding cell, interrogation chair, broadcasts or radio repeaters, and generators that will increase the heat generated or the suspicion generated by the enemy agents. I would actually really love it if we can expand the prison. And if we can expand the prison, build in one more of these things, that would let me hold more prisoners. And if we can hold more prisoners, we can gather up more intel. I'm gonna confirm this. And we're gonna try to apprehend 3 agents, and we're gonna try to kill 2 agents. If I, however, select them right now for that, it's most likely this guard would just get killed. Okay, so they are working on that.
Find that intruder and bring them in for questioning.
So
I have
2
reports of
for
an intruder in the lair.
imprisonment,
Kill them.
2 for kills.
What next? I need to be here. Must I do everything myself?
So right now we should be able to keep using Max
Very
for
well.
some of these things. And hopefully soon we're
Training
gonna have
has
those
stalled.
prison cells in so we can capture these 2 agents for that intel.
Something is wrong with either the minions or
Come
the
on.
training room, boss.
Build those 2 cells.
Training has
Okay.
stalled.
Scored the prisoner. And we have brand new agents moving in. Awesome. I've counted 3 so far.
I want that intruder captured. Hunt them down.
I'm gonna try to apprehend all of them. Might be able to build in another cell. And might be able to build in a
Your
small
minions
power
are in
plant
combat.
for an incinerator so that they don't have to carry the corpses God knows how far. So theoretically we can actually turn this whole corner into a power plant as such. Move the second incinerator over here so that whatever corpses we will have, we're going to be able to take care of. Okay, so we
An
have
intruder has
this.
given us their secrets.
We can collect the reward.
Now this is more like it. Tell me, what do you bench press?
The biggest one!
Right. Okay, not quite what I expected. How many bullet wounds would it take to kill you?
The biggest one!
Are you okay? Wait, I don't want to know. You're hired.
So unfortunately, if you play through the game with each of the super
Your minions
evil
are in
geniuses, the cutscenes are all the same. It's just a different voice actor, but it's gonna be exactly the same thing each time. So that's unfortunate. Okay. We're gonna have our holding cells. Slowly, the agents are gonna be moved in. We're gonna be able to interrogate them.
We've got a new prisoner.
We have the EGTV constructed. We need to wait
have
for the
captured an
resolve to
intruder.
go down. Once the resolve is down, we can
Your
interrogate
vaults
them.
are almost full.
I don't know if I want to go for a second interrogation chair. It seems pointless. And now we're gonna actually go for cover operation. I want to get these because if you get your valets, they can at least start operating the casino floor, and you can either, well, especially at the start of the game, you will need to be scamming your guests in order to make money. So
Another group of agents. Can't a genius with a dubious criminal past purchase an exotic lair in peace anymore?
It's probably all the helicopters. They'll be wondering what we're doing out here.
That's why I chose this location. It has the perfect cover operation, even if it is abandoned.
I think the problem is that it's abandoned, boss. Not many people visit an abandoned... anything.
For once, you make a good point. Very well. Hire some staff. Dress them well. Teach them to cheat at roulette.
So, this is why I wanted to theoretically keep one of the broadcast points available to
Your
us.
vaults are full.
Because even if we're gonna have, once again, the class accessible to us in, like, my favorite
You
central
captured an
Endel
agent.
province, the issue which we are facing, of course, is that
Salaries paid.
I'm running a scheme here currently, so I cannot really do that much with it. You know what? Let's build that second interrogation chair.
Warning. Not enough power to power this build order.
And we're gonna build in 2 more of these. And I'm actually thinking we're gonna expand over here. We're gonna build at least 4 incinerators. Therefore, we can turn these 2 tiles over here into a power plant, and we're gonna be able to move around the cells. It's gonna cost me 29,000. That's perfectly fine.
A
Come
minion
on.
is deserting.
Oh, come on. How can you be deserting already? Okay, since we have the money, let's put in those bunks. Let's expand these like this. We have capacity 32 in layer 23. We're gonna confirm this is gonna cost me 2,000. We're gonna put in another one of these training gizmos. So that's that. Come on, work for
An
me.
intruder has given us their secrets.
Beautiful. So we are building up our intel. We're gonna be spending it eventually. I don't want to break the scheme in order to capture the valet. So I might be like tempted to go into a different region to acquire the valet class. I really don't want to go in here. I have horrible experience with this region. Horrible experience with Eastern Hammer District. I'm tempted to go to Western Hammer District.
A minion is deserting.
Why? Okay, so we have our guests coming in, but because we don't have the valets and such, we cannot really do that many things because we have now more incinerators. The bodies are being burned, so the morale of my minions is not going down so fast. We can put in some doors. Cameras, we don't have right now armory constructed yet with the monitoring stations. That's gonna have to come too.
Interrogation success. An agent has given
Okay.
us their secrets.
This goes like that.
Something is wrong with either the minions or the training room, boss.
The training room is perfectly fine, and I'm gonna keep getting this dumbass notification despite the fact that everything is fine. Don't ask me why. Still confused as hell. We're gonna go into the Western Hammer District in order to grab our valet subclass. We still have 3 schemes running on the world stage. What's our current count of guards? 7, okay. So we can try to once again apprehend the agents.
A new criminal network has been established.
And these are just 3 of
I
them.
demand that intruder be located and captured.
So because we have all the guards stationed here, we should be able to defeat them using our superior numbers, unless they're gonna be fighting mano a
Minions are
mano.
in combat.
This is just weird, but okay.
A minion is deserting.
Oh, stop running away. Oh, we're gonna require medical center. Medical center would be nice. I'm actually trying to keep this space open for lab, because lab is gonna require a ton of space too. Where would be a good spot for a medical center?
An agent has been subdued and captured.
So we need their resolve to go down, then we can interrogate them. We can move the cells around. I should be then able to accommodate a couple of more of them. Let's escort our 2 prisoners into interrogation
Salaries
chair.
paid.
Okay, we are on the brand new region. Let's run this to bring in our new subclass, which is gonna have to be interrogated. We're gonna be moving the cells around, because this way I should be able to squeeze in additional cell, right?
An interrogation
Interrogation
has
done.
succeeded.
Let's proceed.
We have more intel.
I want to move you around too. We're gonna confirm that. And no. Huh.
Your vaults are almost full.
Okay, so I can change that rather quickly by going and building our medical facility adjacent to the prison. Right? Or maybe wrong? Yeah, okay, that's why it doesn't wanna fit in the other cell, because there's that access from the side. If I would do this, okay, let's reset this. So the funny
You're running low on power.
thing
Build
is,
more generators.
hush, princess. If I were to put you here, if I were to put you here, so that's fine. We're gonna keep it like this for now. I need to find a good space for medical center, and we can theoretically put it behind here for now, because eventually it's just gonna get moved elsewhere. Let's do this. Let's do it like this, and we're gonna put in 2 of the intensive care pods, because each one costs 5 grand, consumes 10 points of energy. So 1 generator basically supports 1 of these beds, but we're gonna need them in order for our minions to stay alive a bit longer. The medical center is gonna eventually be moved around, because we're gonna require just a whole lot more space for
Your
a power
vaults are
plant.
full.
It's good to be good with the money. Okay, let's do this. Let's expand the room over here, and we can then build the facility for archive over here. We can build 2 of these for now here. Move the EGTV. We want to move the EGTV. You know what? Let's move it like so, 1 tile closer to the edge for now. And this is gonna work like this. Since we have the space, we're gonna expand the cantina. And build this like so. Let's do this and let's do this. We can keep like a 2 tiles gap in between. Put down some bunk beds. This is gonna already cost me 36,000, and we're gonna go even lower with the energy, so we're gonna have to build more generators. So we did manage to occupy the available space for the power plant quite fast here. It's gonna cost me 42 grand, 12 energy. We are 7 minutes, however, away from next payday, so I'm gonna confirm this, and this is a gamble.
Not enough gold to complete this construction.
But we're gonna run this scheme in order
Your
to...
vaults are almost full.
Wait, did we already bring in that minion subclass? Yeah, we're already bringing it in, or him in. The heat is 21, so we're gonna have to reduce the region's heat first in order for me to then run a scheme for cash. Issue here will be that at the same time that I get my money from 3 regions, I'm gonna have to run reduction of heat in 3 regions at the same time. So our
Your vaults are full.
cash income or influx of cash is gonna be heavily affected, which might not be the best thing for me. Enemy agents are slowly moving in because reasons. Oh, come on, you just...
An intruder has been captured.
Why would you just bolt the EGTV and just leave it like that? Now we have absolutely no stimulation for
Find and capture that intruder quickly.
our minions. Okay, we're gonna apprehend all 3 of the agents. This is gonna work for now. They're gonna go into the holding
An
cells.
intruder has given us their secrets.
Now for the fun part. We're gonna have to really expand the training room,
Task complete.
because the training apparatus for valets is just ridiculously oversized. I mean, I don't know if they're compensating for something, but god damn, it's big. Okay, we're gonna approve this. The 3 agents are being escorted into prisons. Their incinerators are working. Someone should really build that EGTV before we have a riot. Come on, our minions want to watch like Game of Thrones or some other show,
We have captured an agent.
I'm assuming.
An agent has been subdued and captured.
And we're gonna put in 10 valets. Because eventually we're gonna require different classes of minions to reduce the heat in the regions. So fun thing. Fun. Let's put this like this, and we can then put down you over here, and we can put down some of those lockers. I want to build as many things as I can while I have money coming in, because as I said, once the 3 regions are done running their scheme and our minions are gonna have to run a reduction of heat in set regions, I'm gonna have only 1 region which is gonna be bringing in eventually money. So yeah, that's not a good thing to do. Probably it would be better if we have 2 regions reducing heat, 2 regions bringing in cash for some equal balance, but we're gonna see how things are gonna turn out. For now, I'm actually happy that so far I did not screw up anything dramatically enough for it to cause me to lose the game progress. We're gonna have our lovely re-educational chairs. Nothing which we have here will increase the heat from the enemy agents or the suspicious activity, which is eventually gonna be discovered either in here or in the other rooms. Let's escort our prisoner. And we might have to expand the broadcasting station too. We need to get this thing in, but that thing costs money.
Has succeeded.
Yeah, this is dangerous.
Intel.
We are super low on money. Not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. Once the heat is reduced to 0, even if this is not completed, I can cancel that. And I should be able to start running.
Maybe steal some from the world.
Hush Princess. And I'm gonna be able to relaunch a scheme in the Western Hammer district. So I just need this to get to like 16% or so. Okay, we're gonna cancel, and we're gonna be able to run this scheme. Awesome. Our minions are departing. And now we should be able to soon cash in the reward.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It shouldn't be. Do you know what we need you to do?
Carry luggage, open doors. I also play a mean game of Baccarat.
Do you cheat? I hope so. I have no luggage, all my doors are automatic, and I don't have time for losers. And smile. Make them think there's nothing going on back here.
Okay, so this is awesome, because now we can initially or officially start to screw around with the casino floor. And I want to actually expand the covert operation scheme here. So we're gonna even bite into this chunk of land. And I want to do this because it's gonna give me the option to
Task complete.
make this a bit more of a trickier space for the enemy agents to navigate through. And hopefully by doing so, we're gonna be able to get them to stay here a bit longer. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. This is unfortunate. I'm not really sure if I can. I will not be able to squeeze in anything here, but I can make this into like an initial zone, and then they're just gonna have to follow along through here in order to get to here, and then they're gonna have to zigzag through here in order to get to the doors. So I definitely want to take a look at the casino initially too, because it will start to bring in cash, because we now have suddenly cocktail bar, roulette table, floor show. That's a big agent stopper, especially at the start. and we're gonna have the backward table, but unfortunately only the backward table and rule table are able to scheme or scam the guests or the tourists. Unfortunately, we're never gonna see that many of them pop up in here, but that's just the price we have to pay. Okay, no, we wanna reduce this by this one tile, so like this, and well, we wanna have this 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. No. So I'm trying to keep this 4 tiles wide because this way we can then build in things like these doors and such. And these doors are important because they separate the casino sections into different regions. So for example, if we have doors all the way here, and then here, and then here, and then here, this is all considered as a one section of our base. It's horrible. If I would put, however, a set of doors in here, this would be a separate section of the base, and that will be important for being able to mark certain sections for distractions or kicking out the enemy agents, stuff like that. So really important things which we will have to mess around with. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we were to make this like so, then they have to follow in through here. We can theoretically do this, but it's not like I'm gonna be able to cram in that many distracting thingies. Can we excavate this? I want to see if I can move these things a bit around more. And now this is just bugging the hell out of me, so we're gonna return this to its initial stage. The thing is that this is just bugging me how much space it's taking up. So maybe if we were to put in the backward tables, where we're gonna have like a gaming section in here. Let's do this, let's do the backward, let's put in the cocktail table. This is gonna make it pretty damn difficult even for the agents initially try and pass on such an opportunity. If we want to actually make this a bit more spacious. I'm really bothered with this over here, so in order to make it in the same line, we might be able to rearrange some of this stuff. Unfortunately, cannot put you over there. Yeah, you might be able to stay over so, but hold on. Just this way we can have 2 backward tables. Oh yeah, we would lose access to this, so I cannot do that. I should be able to put in 2 of these. This can be sold. 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 And we can put in... This is a huge investment. I don't know if I would be able to pull this thing off over here. It's not the best place for it anyhow. I'm just gonna probably put in this sucker right here. And casino chairs are also nice, but I think for an initial attempt for distraction, this will have to do. We also don't have any valets as of yet, or do we? Ah, okay. Okay, so big picture thinking is gonna be the next thing which we're gonna do. This is in order to get scientists in. And once you get scientists in, you can start running research. Unfortunately, at the start of the game, research is gonna be really difficult because each research will cost you 10,000 and yeah, usually I don't have that much money around, but we're gonna go for the scientist. As I mentioned, the technician is the last class of minions which you should be trying to get. So let's go big picture thinking.
Boss, we've been trying all morning, but we need your help solving a problem. This thinking stuff is hard.
I suppose we can't all be towering intellects. Very well. What devious issue requires my attention?
What are these pieces of string attached to our boots?
Laces. They are laces. Was this your problem? No wonder our research department hasn't been delivering. Time to train some smarter minions.
So the question is if we are gonna be actually able to go into the world and acquire
Once that
some
intruder found and captured.
scientists.
Locate and grab that intruder.
I'm gonna try to grab these three. The cool thing at the start is that all of the agents are low-ranking agents, so it's much easier for our minions to subdue them and extract the intel. We're gonna eventually require more and more intel
An
as
agent has been captured.
the time goes by. Okay, let's see. So here we would be actually able to obtain a scientist. We don't have the intel to immediately reduce the heat in the region. We have just launched this scheme. So that is a no-go. We're gonna have to reduce the heat in multiple regions, but yet again, the Central Anvil Province has provided the science class. Also, Southern Saber Territories has provided. Luckily enough for us, even the Northern Hammer District. But the Central Anvil Province is my favorite province. Probably. If
A scheme has
symmetry
succeeded.
would not be involved in the region, I would love that place. But it's a
Salaries
really
paid.
good location to start off strong. So we're gonna have to reduce the heat because trying to acquire the minion will increase the heat in the region by 15 points. So we would get super close to being locked out, and you really don't want to get locked out at the start of the game in a region. It's a bad mojo. Don't want to do that. You don't want to attract unwanted attention to your weird world domination plans. So we have these two things. We have the EGTV. We have our bunks. We are technically not occupying this space efficiently enough. Maybe I can... No. I just don't want to be eating or be right in the entrance. But like this, we would be able to fit in more hungry mouths. So let's rearrange. I approve this. That's okay. Now we can interrogate, gather up that sweet intel, see what's up. We're gonna have to increase maybe our broadcasting power a bit more.
Your vaults are almost
Scam tourists. Yes, let's start scamming. And how many minions or valets? Okay, so we have 10 of them. So we need to put in definitely this thing in order to distract the tourists. We can put in this in order to tempt them to sit down. We can put in 2 chairs. And we can put in roulette. Baccarat and a bar maybe. I'm gonna move these 2 pillars in here. I wanna block off this over here so that they are forced to move around or by the baccarat table and the bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If the agents are working in shifts or the minions are working in shifts, it's gonna be a bit more trickier, but we're gonna see. We are gonna see. Eventually, maybe some slot machines or so will be able to be squeezed in, but for now, we gotta do what we've gotta do.
An interrogation has succeeded.
Cannot really deter the enemy agents right now, but we can put on a nice show. Okay, so I thought this, I want to turn this around. I want to be having the valet against the wall, not the guests or the tourists. So this goes like this. This does not really need the doors.
Do you see that intruder? Capture them!
We're gonna apprehend all 3 of them. Might have some casualties here because of that. Whoever got injured is gonna get healed, and we have the holding cells. You should go get healed, not brainwashed right now, but whatever. 44 capacity. We have vault full, so let's spend some cash. Let's build in.
You do not have enough power to sustain this build order.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. I cannot put in additional generator unless I would do. Yeah, this is not enough space. But I should be able to. Rearrange the furniture enough. That's gonna actually work for now. Working with a limited space.
Your vaults are full. An agent has been subdued and captured.
Biggest issue is if I'm gonna be out of
You've
power,
run out of power.
the holding
Build
cells
more
are gonna
generators.
be opened, and the enemy agents might be able to break loose. So please fix this immediately. Thank you. Oh, so the generator is gonna be placed here. Wonderful. They can
You're
go
running
back
low
into
on
the
power.
holding cells.
Build more generators.
Come on. There
Your
you go.
minions are in combat.
This is really bad
We have
for our
captured
minions'
an
health.
agent.
Their resolve needs to go down.
You're running low on power. Build
44.
more generators.
I was thinking we would to expand this space. Be able to build in more lockers. Up against these ones. So have more minions available in our base. Cantina can be expanded, living quarters can be expanded. We're gonna be able to put in some more stuff eventually. We can improve this. We do have the money for
Not
it.
enough gold to complete this construction.
Oh, we're gonna have enough gold, trust me.
Salaries paid.
Should have enough. Am I running schemes? What's happening?
You're running out of gold. Maybe rob a bank?
I still don't have enough intel to instantaneously reduce the heat.
Interrogation. Success. An agent has given us their secrets.
It's gonna be done soon. Might have enough intel in order to instantaneously reduce the heat in a region soon. Maybe. No, not really. I'm gonna have just 19. Damn, that's not simply enough. We want to be scamming the tourists for the start of the game. You're never gonna see 500 tourists move in, which is a shame.
An interrogation has succeeded. We have more intel.
I would love to run another thing, but unfortunately I cannot afford to do this. Reason behind this, we would get locked out. I don't want to get locked out. How are we, however, here? Here we have 3 heat. So I can actually cancel this, and I can bring in our scientist buddy. How's our cash situation? We're getting super low with funds. I don't like that because we have one scheme currently going on for us. So this is gonna be some stupidly slow progress because we are getting 75 bucks
scheme has succeeded
per second or so. So that is definitely not advantageous for us. But we don't want to raise any suspicion for now. Heat 19. Not good, not good. Let's reduce the heat in Saber territories too. So if I don't run any weird projects right now, we should
Quickly,
be
find
A-okay.
and capture that intruder.
Capture the 3 agents here. The scientists tried to put up a fight too, that's fun. So we now have the possibility to hold more minions, which might be bad also just due to the fact that that means more salaries to have to pay. So in a minute or so, most of my cash is gonna be gone. Not the best thing that can happen to me, but we're gonna manage somehow. Soon the heat in this region is down to 0, so we're gonna launch another scheme. We're gonna have at least some money in our bank.
Given us their secrets.
Start interrogating. Not gonna be able to train right now any new scientists, unfortunately. I will want, however, a couple of them.
Salaries paid.
We're down to 5 grand. gonna cancel.
Interrogation success. An agent has given us their secrets.
Let's see if a scheme pops in. Awesome. Let's run it. So awesome. So far we are able to balance this out. We're getting some little change from here. Unfortunately, this is just gonna be for distraction purposes. But yeah, this is gonna be more and more than difficult for the enemy agents to try and get passed by. We would of course have to switch off scamming tourists in order for us to attract the agents. But this is why I want to have one of the floor shows built in, because that's a big distraction. Okay, so scientist. I'm not really sure if it's scientist that requires a training gizmo against the wall. No. Okay, so that's the technician. Okay, so let's build this over here. We're gonna confirm it. That's 5 grand. That's a lot of cash. But so far, so good.
Has succeeded. We have more intel.
So we're gonna have to
Task complete.
train at least one scientist. Big picture thinking. Yep. And we have the optional rewards here, but I want to hold on to those just in case we are not running into that much of a bad place. We're gonna get also reward in
I'm
here.
ready to uncover the mysteries of the universe for you, boss. What do you want me to research?
Interesting word. Research implies you are searching for something a second time. You better not be charging me for the same work twice.
Okay, so I see at least a brand new batch of
I want
agents.
that intruder found and captured.
So let's apprehend them. The great thing about this place is that we have the superior numbers here. And we're gonna have to accommodate a lab somewhere. I was thinking maybe in here. Labs do require a ton of space. So lab, we can put the lab in here. Let's go like so. This is 2,600 and make it like this large for now. Right now we're gonna be only able to, I think, accommodate maybe just the whiteboards for the initial research. I'm gonna have to look this up. Yeah, so impact analyzer is gonna be required for improved mining techniques, and I would want that because that is gonna allow me to excavate this. And that would mean that I can expand the power plant and move the generators around. We're going to be able to tap into this location. The funniest thing is that it would actually allow us to turn even this section of casino into a bit more of a maze. So it will be that much more difficult for the enemy agents to get into the living quarters section and then do some actual damage to us. We're going to approve this for now. Impact analyzers would be nice. Maybe I'm gonna have to spend my money on or
You've captured an agent.
collect the reward from the side objectives
An agent has been subdued and captured.
on the impact analyzers, because the impact analyzer on its own, that thing costs like 30 grand, so that's ridiculous. But maybe one thing which I would like to research first is maybe like global operations. No, damn it. Do we want to go? All of these things require... No, these two require impact analyzer. Whiteboards. I'm gonna have to get an impact analyzer in. Okay, let's put on doors. Let's put on doors. Confirm. Escort. So we have 17,000. We're gonna go into optional.
New optional objective available.
I wanted to grab these 3 things. And I want to put down impact analyzer like so, because I really want to do the excavation research first. It's definitely gonna help around with moving things around and such. So successful interrogations. Unfortunately, we're gonna have only 1 impact analyzer, and that is bad because that means only 1 scientist at a time can run a
You can't
research.
afford to pay all of your minions.
That is bad because that can mean that many of our minions might start to screw around and do things which
You're running low on power.
don't
Build more
like.
generators.
We're gonna cancel reduction of heat, cancel reduction of heat. We're gonna try to run a scheme here and there and everywhere. That's 1 scheme. We don't have apparently yet the necessary minion type class. So let's run these 2. That is gonna make us more cash. Awesome. So there goes all the minions out of the doors. We need 10 grand in order to run the research.
Research has begun.
So whoever is gonna be available here is fine.
At last, something worthy of my skills.
Train faster would be nice, but right now I'm not in desperate need for muscle. So majority of the minions are just gonna be slacking around. As you can see, the progress on 1 impact analyzer. Super bad, super slow, which means majority of our scientists are just gonna be roaming around doing absolutely nothing useful. Let's expand the cantina. It's gonna give us possibility to move the things around yet again. And if we're gonna be able to expand into this softer rock, we're gonna be able to also get more radio repeaters. We're gonna be able to turn the power plant or move or expand into this section over here. So even more generators. I don't think I will be able to get another impact analyzer because I just simply don't have the juice to run this. And I'm not sure if I should be, yeah, you know what, let's put it over
Research
there.
has resumed.
I'd rather have surplus of power than nothing. And if we get enough cash, I might be able to then put in another impact analyzer, who knows. So this goes like this, which means we should be then able to put this thing over here. And this is gonna be then another possibility for me. And the funniest thing is, of course, we can either put bunk beds in here so that people are watching someone sleep, or we can accommodate more lockers. So the chances there are, or possibilities are available to us, or has been restored. We need more cash, however, for a second impact analyzer. I don't want to, however, get too close to 0 because also we're gonna have next payday. Salaries are already reaching 11,475, so that's That's a lot of dough. That's a lot of dough. If we're gonna be able to expand further and run these schemes, we should do fine.
Research has
If it
been
ain't
paused.
broke, so we need to run the last side story. And that is the technicians.
Research.
You! Are you responsible for the state of this room? Is that computer supposed to be giving off sparks?
It's just a Windows update.
Yes, boss. That's how we know it's turned on.
It looks broken to me. Don't you repair these things?
We try, but it hurts. The sparks, you see.
I can't rule the world from a ramshackle lair with hunk-of-junk equipment. Kidnap a specialist, interrogate them, find out how to repair these things.
Okay, so unfortunately, not gonna be able to grab
Salaries paid.
a technician. Again, all 4 minion classes were available in Central Anvil Province, so consider this as your starting option. But as I mentioned an hour or so ago, goddamn, this episode is already so long. Make sure to first start a side story and then choose a region where you will want to operate. Trust me, it's going to help you in the long run. You will not have to demolish criminal network and reestablish it elsewhere. It's going to be much easier for you. Unfortunately, I kind of forgot about these idiots, so they are going to be able to get away. They are just too close to the ship, which is going to arrive soon. And our muscle, I have never seen the muscle minions or the guard minions or
Research
mercenaries
has been
or hitmans or whatever else you call them get
Your
all the way
vaults
up in
are
here.
almost full.
So this is unfortunate. Okay, impact analyzer, do we want to run that? No, not really. The research is almost already done. Vault is getting full. You know what? The reason why I don't want to do this is that we're gonna get back to having 3 points of power, but we also need to consider what type of research is researched with impact analyzer. You see, having access to staircases, later on if we're gonna want to have research other things, if you see the hardware which is required, we know that, for example, club racks, those are gonna be awesome addition to our guards. This would be helpful. It requires
Your
the
vaults are full.
weapons for our minions, but I would rather focus here, and we know that we will require whiteboards and such, so maybe I'm gonna have to resell this. I'm definitely not gonna be building a vault yet. I don't see the point for it. I'm quite sure that this place will need to be entrance to the Doom weapon, or however Max is gonna wanna run the world or dominate the world. So we know that Zalika has Void, which is like a failed
You're
Twitter.
running low on power. Build
Okay,
more
this is gonna
generators.
increase the speed. We're back to 3. And we have money coming in, so we're gonna be definitely able to afford all the salaries. Are we reducing heat in any of the regions? No. Okay, so I'm gonna have to wait for one of the regions to be done. Then I might theoretically run this scheme, which will cost me 20 intel to instantaneously reduce the heat in the region, and only then I will be able to bring in the technicians. Okay, so we have this done, and if I want to run this thing, we're going to require some whiteboards. So whiteboards are going to cost us money. They're going to also consume energy. Fun thing, right? Whoever heard of a whiteboard that consumes energy?
Warning. Not enough power to power this build order.
if we sell the impact analyzer, these two should be a-okay. And I want to have 2 at least at the same time. Okay, and now we can actually
Power
excavate.
restored.
So we can start to expand our plan for a larger power plant. This is gonna get us. God damn. This is gonna cost me 35 grand. I don't know if I can afford that. So let's revert this. Let's first focus on this because I really don't want to get close to not having any money when we're gonna have payday around the corner. That would be really, really bad. Really, really bad.
Your vaults are full.
Come on, princess, work for me. Pay for these 2 things. Make that money disappear.
Your vaults are almost full.
Okay. We're gonna have payday soon, so that's gonna empty up the vault as well. Now we are able to launch
has
this.
begun.
We're gonna be able to see even more money leave our pocket. I just want to wait for the payday to be over, and then I can start planning on.
Salaries paid.
Wonderful. Now we can start focusing on this.
Not enough gold to complete this construction.
Yeah, this alone, because we are excavating tougher rock, is gonna cost me 35 grand.
You're running low on power. Build more generators.
I'm gonna have to approve this. So this is gonna be this weird place where we're gonna be running really low on cash for quite a while. But we do have money coming in, so hopefully we're gonna be able to get through this and finance this plan. I don't know if I want to be building a vault yet.
Research has
I
been
do
paused.
understand that right now we are able to dig into even this rock over here, which is awesome because that's a ton of space accessible to me. We can even expand over here. We can move the lockers closer to this section. Over here, this is going to be left alone. We're going to be able to move the EGTV closer
New
over
optional
here.
objective available.
This is all perfectly fine. So this is okay. I'd love to put down those generators. Or let's move this sucker. Or you know what? Let's revert because we would be in negative energy balance. So let's build these 2. That's gonna cost me 6 grand, and once those are there, I can move this generator or these additional generators around and try to rearrange the space a bit more, because you should never get used to your initial layout. I mean, this works beautifully, and I will be happy to keep this as is, and we're gonna be just playing around with moving these things further and further away. Training room does not raise suspicion, I hope.
Power restored.
Not really sure right now.
I need that intruder taken in once you locate them.
Let's capture the 3 hammer agents. We do require the intel. Okay, we have the capability to do something on a world stage. I actually am considering... This would be nice if we can use the valets for a scheme.
Your minions are in combat.
So let's run this thing. This is gonna reduce the heat instantaneously.
Research has been completed.
We have also a first research completed. We have whiteboards, so let's do this. Let's increase our minion capacity. It might sound a bit stupid, especially
has
at the
begun.
start, but it's gonna be helpful. it's gonna be helpful. Okay, so we can run two types of schemes. We can do one with the guards, 100 gold every 5 seconds, or we can do one with the minions. Both are gonna increase the heat. Let's send out the guards.
An agent has been captured. An agent has been subdued and
Gold
captured.
is going down.
We have captured an agent.
We're gonna be able to expand the control room as such. It's gonna cost me alone 22,715 gold. I'm gonna approve it. No.
Not enough gold to complete this construction.
No. We wanna stop this because we're gonna be close to payday, so I cannot do this now. That would mean our minions would rebel against me, and I definitely don't need to see goddamn notification about minions deserting. That's the last thing I need to see.
Salaries paid.
Okay, and now we can... This is 6,240, 9,485, 12,730. Approve. We got another research done here. We can actually increase the stats
Interrogation success.
of our genius, which
An
would be
agent
awesome.
has given us their secrets.
The more vitality Max has, the better for us, because that means that the less of a chance he's gonna get his self killed by some lucky
Not enough gold to complete this construction.
headshot. Right? Who recalls the last episode? That was just horrible failure. We are getting super close to having no money, but because we are far away
You're
from
running
payday,
out of gold.
the money's gonna
Maybe
come in.
Spend less or steal them all.
So this is now fine. We can now just
An
wait up.
interrogation has succeeded.
If we just
have
wait
more
up,
intel.
the money is gonna be built up, or we're gonna save up some cash. We're still running schemes here. I think I see another set of agents moving in already. So that means more intel. And I think I'm gonna cut off the episode here because we have already covered quite a lot of ground. We have started building our living accommodations, our prison, our science division, our training division, our broadcast section, our power plant. So we have all these cool things working for us already. And if you did like this initial start to another island with another super genius, because I have screwed up the previous run, well then consider giving the episode a like. It helps a lot, pushes the
running low
content
on power.
towards more
Build
viewers,
more generators.
and that is what I'm trying to do here. Build a bigger community around us casual gamers, and I'm gonna try to be somehow in the center of this whole mess. So let me know your tips, your comments, your concerns, your questions in the comment section. That helps a lot with the algorithm too. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Like I said already, if you want to know more about the channel and what I'm currently up to, consider subscribing. I publish content on a weekly basis. I do mostly playthroughs, then I do comparisons, then I do some other projects, so go check it out. Link is in the description. A playlist for the game Evil Genius 2 will be at the end of the video. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe out there, and bye-bye for now.